as a plain box, but Colin and Justin say if you add architectural details, you add value.
You are so on the money there, Tracy. As designers, we're faced with this all the time. People's homes, generally as a starting point, are devoid of features, particularly new builds. And in fact, so many traditional homes have been stripped of all of that. So we want to say adding features adds real value. And we want to get rid of delusions of grandeur and get back to illusions of grandeur, my darling. And to show you that, Tracy, we've brought along some pictures of some rooms today which we can talk you through. Rooms where we've actually added features. Now that simple observation there, that elevation is a bathroom, gorgeous roll-top bath. Now it could be fine as it is, but we've added that lovely Leon paneling to 1/3 of the height, and hey presto, you set the scene.
Absolutely. If we click forward, we can see in that room there, you know, it's a really beachy vibe, the shiplap on the wall. It really offsets that wonderful stone chimney as well, you know, so texture is your best friend with adding features.
And then finally, picture number 3. This is a little reading nook or a conversation nook. I want to get back to the days where people really gather around. Now that particular room didn't have a fireplace, so you give it a little feature in the corner, 4 chairs talking to themselves and the occupants chattering away beautifully.
And the beautiful moulding on the wall.
And the moulding obviously on the wall.
You know, and it's never too late to go back and do it. I regret not doing it in our front room, but at some point we will do it.
It's not too late, Tracy. Get back in there, call a contractor and add those layers.
Let's go.
Yes.
911 contractor, lay on timber detail. Quickly.
Let's get started. Exactly.
So one of the things you could sort of have some fun with are your doors. And these doors are absolutely beautiful.
They're just stunning, aren't they? You know, I actually love swapping out doors in apartments because I think they're the gift wrap. You know, you get a beautiful present and it's really well wrapped and you open it up and there's a lovely present contained therein. I think doors are that. You know, they are the first impression of a room, the suggestion of what's going on beyond there. The doors here are all from Metri. And I think they've all really different personalities. You know, there's a classic kind of like tri-panel door there. This one that is just pure Hollywood glamour. Can you imagine a giant crystal handle in the centre?
A great big knocker.
A great
right in the middle.
Exactly.
Uni knocker.
A uni knocker. I love that. You know, and then just a really simple panel door as well. But just getting away from the idea that everything has to be flush and flat. And the fact is that your doors can tell a style story as much as your wallpaper.
Of course
they
can.
do. So you've got the beautiful doors, the beautiful wallpaper we talked about earlier in the show, and then these different moldings.
Exactly. So first up, we've got a really lovely backdrop by Benjamin Moore. It's called Iron Mountain.
This is nice.
Now that really saturated grey. I mean, however much we're seeing it, I feel it never gets tired. So a really great backdrop, and with white trim, everything really pops. Now, I want to take you back in time to the Edwardian days, or the Victorian days, or the Georgian days, where you imagine those really big, thick baseboards, right? Or trim, or skirting boards, as we call them in Britain. Oftentimes, they were assembled using different members. That's what they're called. So you take one member and you place it on top of the other. And to show you what we've done down here with this really big, thick baseboard, these are the component parts which all trig together to give you this down there. Now, the Metri product is really good, so you literally just take one part, it clicks into the next, or is assembled beside the next, and takes your basic tiny trim that you might find in a condo and gives you that high-on drama down there.
Much better.
Isn't it good? Go big or go right home.
Exactly. I mean, the great thing about these pieces here is that they're all made of MDF. You know, so you have this kind of plaster look, but your contractor, a carpenter, would be able to fit these really super, super easy. You know, and same rules apply, what you talked about on the baseboard. Crown moulding. I love crown moulding.
Me too. And if you don't have it naturally in your home, make it.
You know what?
You can just have it. It's just MDF. It's easy to put together, and it just gives it that detail that makes it look aged and lovely.
Exactly. You know, I'm thinking royalty wears crowns, you know. So it really is a crowning
You do need a crown, Colin.
I should wear a crown, actually. I normally do it at home, actually. But
he reminds me every day he is wearing a crown.
Exactly. But isn't that fantastic? I mean, that's it. We're on a wall flat here in the studio, but even just having that up there immediately gives this whole kind of thing presence. You know, it gives it a feeling of kind of the past. And again, this was made up with different sections as well. You know, so this is a really great way of creating something that looks custom, but keeping the cost down as well. So you're using these pieces that are actually readily available as building blocks, and they're designed to do that so that they can all lock together together. You would hang these like separately, and then you would just use some caulk, some fillet in there,
really
paint
simple.
over it, and it would look like really original, beautiful plasterwork. But of course, it's MDF.
You know when you find a wonderful piece of art, it's already gorgeous to start with, like one of these doors, but when you put that big trim work around it, it really makes a much, much bigger statement. And mitering, we all think, okay, mitering must be really hard. You can buy a device for $15 in the big box store.
Yeah.
You pop your timber in there, you set it to the angle that you need, and it does all the work. And you can make a door look even more an even bigger impression. You're creating a big, exciting portal to new opportunity.
Oh my gosh, I'm just going to leave it
It's
at
not
that.
just MDF trim work, it's a revolution.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you.